Our survivor has never been so utterly saddened by the death of someone he had only just met. "23 days. 23 day cycles have gone by since our survivor's weary eyes witnessed the most ruthless and unforgivable act of murder. He cannot comprehend the torment and anguish which the poor prisoner had experienced. Permanent death. Nothing has ever made our survivor feel so profoundly hurt, betrayed, and confused. He's sat atop this tower for the better part of 23 days now. Nobody has come to end his suffering. Nobody has even given him the slightest clue of the murderer's intentions. Though one thing is certain to our survivor: Lunare will rue the day that they made an enemy out of Avalon. The prisoner was a mere message from Lunare, a message to our survivor that if anyone knew where to join the server, they would join Lunare, or else they would suffer an unfathomable fate of misery. But our survivor has other plans in store. What is a free world without oppression? A democracy without dissent? Our survivor knew from the beginning that a free society would be nearly impossible to maintain, with such great tyrants roaming the land. However, in vengeful fashion, our survivor's balls can only grow larger. He vows this day that he will make Lunare fall. However long it may take, he will work and strive for perfection in this world. Nobody will ever run or suffer at the hands of Lunare's people ever again. Even if our survivor must die to achieve this distant fantasy which he's pushed far into the back of his mind, all our survivor knows is that he will make Lunare bleed. That is his promise. The survivor's declaration of war. But as every war begins, preparations must be adequately made. Our survivor starts off in the direction that the scumbag flew away that gloomy night. The opportunity to secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. As much as our survivor would love to stay and guard Avalon, they really can't take any risks of separating. No doubt, the three of them can accomplish a lot more together than when they're alone. Luckily, our observant survivor was able to see through the blatantly evil message that was the slaughtering of Decity, and he noticed a crucial flaw in Zolister's assassination. As opposed to having no clue, our survivor now has a sliver of hope, a direction with which he could find the enemy. The massive server is consumed by an abundance of structures, but with a direction in mind now, our survivor feels as though he may actually be able to locate Lunare's true base of operations. However, our survivor cannot run off and behead this Lunare, having never seen their face. They currently hold the high ground. More men, more gear, more health, and now knowledge of Avalon's whereabouts. If our survivor wishes to avenge the poor innocent Decity, he must fight carefully. And so, he searches, and searches, and searches. The three Avalonians wander on for ages. And at this point, our survivor thinks, was this a ploy all along? Perhaps Zolister meant to fool them. But determined, they push on. Eventually, they stumble upon a village. Interesting, but not exactly what they're looking for. Are you sure you can make that jump, survivor? Oh, yes you can. Fair enough then. Oh, a portal has spawned here. I don't believe that's a common occurrence. The lad seems to be a neutral party, unaffiliated with either Avalon or Lunare. After a short conversation, they part ways. Perhaps there is still some loot left behind in this village. Our survivor will take a look before moving on. Wait a minute. Could that lad be spying on them? Well, he might be a bit paranoid, rightfully so. This server is not full of trustworthy individuals. I really don't believe he's gone through that portal. My god, of course he hasn't. Look at that cheeky rat. Thinking he's so sneaky. Well, our survivor won't stand for this. What will he do? Well, I suppose there's the opportunity for an ambush. Perhaps his friends can hide in that cave that he saw by the portal, and wait for our survivor to bait the weasel inside. Alright, perfect. Now he'll think the others have left, that our survivor is alone. This really is a classic case of prey versus the stalking predator. Little does this player know, he is unfortunately the prey, and not the stalking predator. Might as well have a bit of fun with him, eh? Send him on a bit of a wild goose chase. It's a wonder how he believes he still hasn't been spotted. Yes, up the ladder. He's even left the door open. Don't worry, he won't hear you. Yes, come on in. This little ploy will allow the other Avalonians some time to hide in that cave and prepare an ambush. Hopefully, all the while without the stalker noticing. And now for the fun part. Where did he go? Our survivor has disappeared before the victim's very eyes. Truly a mystery how he spots such fantastic jumps and manages to execute them so masterfully every time. Decades of dropper experiences flow through our survivor's head as he struggles to hold back the traumatic memories, pelvic thrusts to reach the proper trajectory and land in the one wide water source, and thousands of foot surgery expenses. By George, he never wants to go back. And now, the bait continues. Oh, rather quickly, actually. It seems the rat's fallen directly into our survivor's trap. No doubt he's wondering, how the hell are these guys back? Poor fool was so focused on our survivor's whereabouts that he never thought it'd be an ambush all along. he's attempting to escape. Thankfully, the three of them put together deal enough knockback to push over the Tower of Pisa. That about went exactly as they'd planned. Quite an easy victory for the three of them. Though I will say, in the rat's defense, he did think he would be going against only one worthy opponent. The three continue on their journey, confident that they can face whatever measly threats lie ahead of them. Oh? Could this finally be Lunar's main base? Purple, black, and white. The building scheme seems promising, though there's no telling from this far away. Interesting. So it seems they spot but one name tag. This must not be Lunar's base then. Surely it would be swarming with name tags. Unsure if this fellow is Lunarian or not, our survivor wants to test the waters. Luckily, he is not the only able citizen of Avalon. The three begin to disguise X as a Lunarian. Hopefully, the lad who resides here is actually part of the team and begins to show X around. Nice. Come on. Take the bait. Right, he's at the door now. Yes. He has to have spotted the shield by now. It seems the plan is a go. Don't want to be spotted up in the mountains now. I don't like the trend of massive windows. Certainly makes sneaking around a lot more difficult. Ah, a prime opportunity. And they're in. Much like my local authorities, our survivor begins searching the premises. Unlike my local authorities, our survivor does not have a warrant, and his object of desire is a map, or a coordinate book, or anything pertaining to Lunar's main base location, rather than the murder weapon of my recently deceased wife. Anyway, our survivor and his Avalonian friend continue to sneak around and wait for the right time to roam this lad's base undetected. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Wise words, spoken by Sun Tzu. If our survivor wishes to achieve Lunar's base coordinates, he has no reason to fight other innocent parties. And although this lad is more than likely one of Lunar, our survivor means no initial harm to him. If he fights back, however, our survivor will not hesitate to put him down. Oh, they must be quiet now. So it seems there's more storage off to their right. But our survivor has a feeling that potions may come in handy. Invisibility. Nice. Now they don't have to sneak around to conceal their name tags. Quite the gallery he's got here. Oh no, they're back already. Oh, please say the noob knows what to do. Oh? Oh, thankfully he had inventory space. My god, that was close. But as our survivor plots to continue looting, he is alerted that time is up. Just as he suspected, the two are now fighting to the death. Yet again, our Avalonian's victim has bitten off more than he can chew. A 3v1 is not exactly easy to win. Bet he didn't see that one coming. Well, that was a bit too easy. Though our survivor would enjoy taunting this lad for his brave, yet ineffective rebuttal, he instructs Avalon to get along with the main mission, a guide to the enemy base. After briefly sorting his inventory, of course. Oh, well, I guess he has backup gear. Our survivor goes to fight him. Oh, but it seems his friends don't have any pearls left. Perhaps this was a bad call. All of the netherite went directly towards X's disguise, therefore this lad would deal way more damage to our survivor than he could return. A demonstration of intellect. Our survivor buys himself time, lures himself into a position where his friends can deal the most damage. He knows that one mistake could be fatal and send him all the way home, possibly dooming his friends, yet he worries not. Our survivor leaps into lava, the flames engulfing his scaly, fire-resistant flesh. He shoots at his enemy through the molten rock and continues to soar through the panes of mystic glass, dodging arrows left and right. Well, to be fair, the arrows weren't really in his line of fire, but still, our survivor cannot slip up here. Judging by the dwindling size of the massive mountain, he feels as though falling could lead to instant death now, which is good in the event that the lad falls. However, it wouldn't be quite ideal for our survivor. Oh? Having trouble there? There you go. Nice shot. Our survivor made up for it. Oh, God, never mind. That was smooth. Desperately searching the rooftop for a spare set of crutches, our survivor is rudely interrupted. It seems the lad's back for more action. He's not a terrible fighter. He just seems a bit flustered by the whole scenario. After all, it isn't often somebody commits identity theft in this game, then proceeds to distract you whilst all your items are being stolen. Yet again, he's blocked himself into an enclosed area. Now, the three can peck away at his health. Surely he's close to dying. Nice job, X. A well-earned heart indeed. He bought our survivor more than enough time to locate the main storage rooms, which he now rapidly investigates. No doubt the lad is struggling to come to terms with the fact that he's lost 2 sets of fully enchanted netherite armor. No map, but a book and quill. Perfect. This is precisely what our survivor hoped to achieve. Quoth the lad, "You aren't getting away with this. WTF." Oh, but it seems the survivor already has. Ah, a new respectable tier of protection. He still prefers the cap. Well, isn't this a glorious sight? They're all fully kitted by the end of a long day. And my god, who are they? Lunar. They're here. It seems more of them are out tonight. Likely looking for the three of them. Well, Avalon has only managed one new pair of gear today, it seems. Progress, nonetheless. But at least our survivor can meet up with his allies back at base. Fire? Wait. Oh no. Our survivor frantically crosses the gap where a fine bridge used to stand. Oh my god. The survivor returns to see the remains of Avalon smoldering and burning to a crisp. The crimson sun rises slowly over our survivor. Crimson blood pumps and vigorously flows through his aching heart. Lunar have gone too far this time.